Hello, everyone. Welcome to many messages. And as soon as I sit to do a tarot reading, there's a lot of disturbance that goes on around outside, or I get uh, packages delivered, which obviously I've ordered. And I've been trying to understand who is trying to get through to me because it is not coming from our realm. uh, it's easy for me now after so many years of practicing tarot and obviously communicating with other fellow human beings of all different kinds to cut out the noise that is human. But this is coming through the angelic realm as well as the demonic realm, and also alien races that we have been connected to on this planet for always. They have been wanting to reach out to humanity through tarot readers very, very, very loudly since um, about September or October. I don't know if y'all can hear the sounds that people are making outside, but they're just absolutely weird, and I don't even know whose voice this is because I've had these neighbors living with me for more than 2 decades easy. We know each other very well. And every time the messages are loud, uh, they start talking in very weird tones and voices. So, this message will be very helpful for people who are star seeds and they don't understand. And if you are really restless and annoyed and at the noises that are coming from outside, and just in general, a feeling like you need to hear something from the outside. I'm here using decks which I have not used before. I have the Star Codes Astro Oracle. I have the Occult Tarot, which has the demons in it, and I have the Angel Tarot here. But to start off, I'm going to use a Monology deck, just one card, so that we have something that we know. And to clarify, I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot, which was the first tarot deck that I ever bought or used for myself. So let's get started with the read. I hope this reading is protected and I'm getting guidance from beings that wish me well, no matter what realm they're coming from. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. And at the bottom of the deck, we have your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. Perfect. So we have a full moon and a new moon. We just had a new moon recently, and we are in Capricorn season. And Leo energy has been coming up very strongly. Um, re- uh, in recent readings that I have been watching on YouTube and also in my cards. It's this speaks. I think this is the Sirius star system. This message is pending from the Lionsgate portal, and we have been in our ego way too much. Programming is fear, and it's not intuition. We needed to learn how to shed it completely, and that's the hard work that we have been putting in our journey of self discovery. The ego is not the mind, it is not the self, which is the soul is the self. And the journey of self discovery is all about the soul, and the soul gets the body and the soul gets the mind, and these are really basics of the journey of self discovery. I'm sensing there are some people who have ignored the basic foundation of uh, self discovery, and they have been really focused on the 3D material world, the illusions, and trying to make it work. And that comes out of a fear, like fear of not being able to survive. If or if there are people better than you, then you will not be able to make it in this world, or you have to be better than the rest. It's a very competitive nature, and that will no longer be sustainable. It's unsustainable. Collaboration is going to be the way forward now for humanity. But there are many of us who shed the ego long time ago, and we've been working really hard in letting go of the last bits of blockages that were there, or influences of the ego that were there beyond a certain time and age in our lifespan as human beings. We do not need ego programming to survive, to be able to survive. We need more intelligent wisdom, spiritual knowledge. Here we have the Leo card at the bottom of the deck again. It says Leo shine. I'm going to read a little bit from the book. I'm using this deck for the very first time, and I've not seen it used anywhere in other readings. That's why you will have to excuse me while I read it out. I'm going to draw 6 more cards from this deck. Shine for the benefit of all. Leo's lion symbol asks you to be brave, be visible, share from your heart, and warm all of those around you. Leo is a fixed fire sign ruled by the sun and is connected to the heart, liver, and upper back. The sun shimmers here July 21st to August 22nd. Action, take your space, be visible, light up the room, but also honor the light within others. Leo asks you to be the hearth fire of the situation. Hold other people's attention not just for your own ego, but for just be sure. Just be sure to track where the truth ends and hyperbole begins. Connect your expression and creative process to real feelings and honest facts. Teach, share, be generous with what you know are and have, and know that those actions attract the love and appreciation you need. Then offer that same level of attention to others, and they will love you for it. People deeply appreciate being seen by you. Learn when to shine and when to step back and center another person, idea, or community. Challenge. If you're acting from a place of soul hunger, you can mistakenly think that any attention from others will fill that gaping hole. Not all attention is good attention. Stubbornness, the fear of being wrong, or the desire to be seen as the leader may blind you to what is urgently needed. Melodrama can disconnect you from the real feelings involved. Gift, love. Leo rules the heart, so bring your energy and intention into your heart and let this chakra become a beacon. Honor the heart within each person you meet and watch the dynamic shift. Okay, let's move on to the next card. We have ninth house exploration. Okay, that's literally a direct instruction. Ninth house, 100 in page number 110. So we have 11 here, and I saw the 22nd number. Okay, and it's a number 47. Ninth house exploration. If your heart if your chart were a village map, the ninth house would contain the international airport, university, or broadcasting tower. The ninth house is the original World Wide Web. It speaks of how we expand our world through official and unofficial higher education, travel, international understanding, philosophy, and global communication. Action. Go exploring. Step out of your comfort zone to see what lies beyond the boundaries of your familiar bubble. Step into a new country, try on a fresh attitude, and immerse yourself in an unusual body of knowledge or a spiritual philosophy you did not grow up with. It is hard to see your bubble, the lens for your experience until you step outside it. Look back at your socio-economic milieu, family and friends, and education, and confront any unconscious assumptions that your people, your class, your culture is all there is. You are being charged to develop a truly diverse perspective and understand the real diversity in a person, ecosystem, or company. Builds resistance. Push your unique boundaries. If you are an urbane international traveler, you may be most stretched by small town life. Read the philosophy and spirituality from a far corner of the world. Once you've done all this work, share what you've learned with the world as a speaker, writer, traveler, teacher, or internet diva. Wake up the world. Challenge. When you finally break through and can see the far horizons, it can be difficult to reconcile the allure of those infinite possibilities with the familiarity of the people close to you. Both are important. Widen your horizon. This is gift. Widen your horizon and expand your world. Explore in your mind, body, and soul. Teach what you know. The world is waiting for you. So, this as I finished reading this, there was 1444 on the timer. Uh, we need to definitely step out of our comfort zone. There is so much that is so many different perspectives that need to be shared now, and there needs to be a collaboration. Uh, so if any of you all are finding yourself working in a team, you will definitely notice that everybody comes from a very different background that you have no idea of. You may have an idea of certain backgrounds, uh, but you will notice that people around you, if you, especially in the workplace, you will notice that you have a team of people that you really do not understand their background. And this is an opportunity to learn something new about our world. If they come from a certain background and if they're not still stuck there, that means that portion of our world uh, is coming together in a melting pot, a place which is a melting pot, and it needs to be addressed. So there is definitely something in that culture or background for you, for your soul's journey. So the next card we have is third house communication. Wow. It almost seems like a personal message for me, but that is because this is what I have been doing all my life, exploring other cultures, getting outside the bubble just to see what bubble I have been in, and communicating these things with people of different kinds. Number 41 card, third house, communication. If your chart were a village map, the third house would represent your local neighborhood, primary school, and corner pub. It symbolizes how you learn, communicate, and move around your familiar world based on your sibling like relationship and people in your local environment. Action, check the lines of communication and your thinking process. First, repair any actual technical glitches, loose wires, computer, or phone problems. Then take this metaphor a step further and look at how your messages are sent and received. Make sure you understand what was intended in a letter or email you received. Ask other people what they heard you say in an exchange. When in doubt, ask for more information and repair any miscommunication. Then take this metaphor in house and look within. Notice the quality of your thinking, repair glitches, stretch your mental muscles, and improve the quality of your communications. You may need to learn new ways to express yourself so others hear your true intentions. Think about how you learned to communicate growing up through your relationships with siblings or sibling like friends, your early school experiences. Investigate how those early relationships formed mental habits that affect the present moment. You may need to get out of your head and get a fresh perspective. Observe and test your assumptions. Check for confirmation bias. The tendency to believe that anything that supports your opinions and reject new information that challenges your worldview. Read a spiritual text or ponder a metaphysical concept and let it stretch your mind. Check in with siblings and sibling like friends. Look for any shadow of rivalry and see if you can switch it to mutual encouragement where all win. It's up to you to reframe this dynamic. Challenge. Chatter is not the same as communication. Sibling or sibling like rivalry can challenge you to grow in small doses, but don't let it distract you from your self direction. Stay on target. We are all siblings in the eye of spirit. Let that sink in. This is a gift. Two cards from. We have the number 21 card. Venus, beloved. This is going to be a love centric message. Number 21, Venus Beloved. Venus symbolizes your heart, romance, and the creative process. It's what attracts you, what you value, and how you value yourself. Venus is inside Earth's orbit and takes 224.7 Earth days to complete the journey. Venus rules Taurus and Libra and can be only the same sign as the Sun or in the two signs on either side. Venus is one of two planets who appear to rotate backward, an apt symbol for your heart's unique part. It rotates so slowly that one side is always boiling and the other side cooler. Love blows hot and cold. Action. Soften, charm, open the heart. Investigate how you can make the situation more beautiful, more fair, and lovely. Remember this Venusian truth. People are fascinated by those who find them fascinating. Use diplomacy and seduction and let others come to you. Engage creativity, generosity, and affection. Venus calls you to your heart, to romance, signs to you as a creative muse, asks you what you value, what you want enough to get yourself in trouble. Come to know your heart, know what you're passionate about, and when you stir other, other people's passions. When your heart hurts, you can express the higher notes of Venus through acts of compassion, affection, or creativity. All become medicine for your soul heart. Pull out the art supplies and paint how you feel. Rescue a puppy. Help a person who needs loving kindness even more than you do. Challenge. Emotions run strong and passions are intense. Be wary of crimes of passion, love addiction, or looking for love in material things. If you're fascinated by the superficial aspects of Venus, you can get caught up in appearances or become blind in love. Look deeper. Gift. Venus encourages a loving heart to heal your own heart and become a Venusian beacon to the world around you. Develop what the Buddhists refer to as Maitri, loving kindness, benevolence, friendliness, and active interest in others' well-being. This is just a this is just a message about getting out of your own head and actually seeing what your outside situation needs in terms of love, or your outside situation is giving you in terms of love. Because once you get out of your head, uh, you you are first and foremost in a place to witness love, the energy and frequency of love. And if you can't hear it from a certain set of people, you know who to avoid next. And then it's like the process of elimination. And then the frequencies within people who actually love you will be heard to you. Then you can be in your mind or not, that doesn't matter, but the process of elimination needs to begin where you hear love and where you don't, where you sense love and where you don't, is very important. Gemini, cross pollinate. Okay, then this is the number 3 card. Gemini, cross pollinate. It's on page number 22. With its symbol of a pair of twins conversing, Gemini asks us to weave a web of connections and build networks with humor and all forms of communication. This mutable air sign is ruled by Mercury and is connected to the lungs, shoulders, hands, and nerves. Gemini's purpose is to disperse ideas like milk thistle on the spring winds, cross pollinate ideas like bees buzzing over the flowers. The sun shines here May 21st to June 21st. Action. Words are at the heart of the issue you're facing, and not just any words, but real dialogue. If you feel tension in the situation, see what is blocking the lines of communication, open that aperture, listen to the grapevine, and cross pollinate. Gather and share information, bits of truth may float in on gossip. Explore social media, sound bites, and any other way to get the word out. Talk to people as if they are your siblings, true equals. If something is bothering you, find a place to unpack it. Get it on the table and take a good look. Then talk it over in depth with a friend or therapist or write it in your journal. Trust the process of self expression to help get to the root of the problem. However, assume anything you say will be repeated. Gemini scatters seeds. It is not concerned with privacy or individuality and is not necessarily loyal. Challenge. The situation may be more complex than you think, so be willing to dig in. Gemini energy can be shallow or oversimplified, as it encourages breadth rather than depth. So you have to add the depth consciously. I would like to add that depth is breadth in another direction. Gift. Gemini's gift is an open mind and a sense of universal siblinghood. We are all in this together. The soul knows how to find itself back in equilibrium. If we just let all parts communicate, help the unexpressed feelings, persons, and elements within the community be heard. We already read the Leo card, and then we have Cancer. Cancer says immerse. Number four card, Cancer, immerse. Cancer is symbolized by a crab who asks us to dive deep into the sea of emotion and come back home again. The crab always carries its protective shell. However, this moon ruled cardinal water sign signifies nutrition in and out of the body and is connected to the breast and stomach. The sun shines here June 21st to July 22nd. Action. Be the emotional leader and connect with the parent archetype. If you're in need of parenting yourself, reach out to the divine mother and father, to the earth beneath the sky above, and feel held. Once you feel fed by spirit, it becomes easier to accept the ordinary human limitations of the people around you. If you're called to parent others in this situation, whether in love or work, do so with a balanced approach of honest feedback and support and self care. Nurture without enabling. Model what you want others to do. Nourish the connections with your chosen family and tribe. Nourish bodies, gardens, communities, and your temple's hearth. Cancer calls us to deepen our relationship to home, but not to get stuck in this protective shell. If you need more out of life, you'll have to leave this safety to find what you need. Find a home base or a safe place within your soul, and from this From that safety, be ready to brave exploration and risk caring with all your heart. Challenge. Crabs are hard on the outside but soft and squishy on the inside. Remember that the very defenses you think will keep you safe may actually keep important people out. Soften your shell. You have a backbone and are not protected solely by an exoskeleton. Gift. Be aware of the psychic pool in which you float. If you feel tossed by the waves of battered by anxiety of those around you, dive down deeper and find the calm below. Float in the ocean of collective consciousness and feel cradled, nurtured by the Divine Mother, fed and cuddled. Now, since I took a card from the bottom, we have Saturn, and we are in Saturnalia. Saturn is the god of time. It says Saturn structure is the number 24 card. Saturn rules that which we must build over time: bones, teeth, personal authority, maturity, borders, discipline, traditions, and organization. Saturn, like Jupiter, is a huge gas giant. With its rings of ice and rock, it represents the boundary of the visible solar system. As the last planet humans can see with the naked eye from Earth's surface. Saturn, traditional ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, takes 29 and a half years to round the zodiac and forms challenging aspects to itself approximately every 7 years. Hence, the 7 year each in a marriage and 21 as the traditional age of official adulthood. Action. Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity and personal authority. Think of Saturn as a martial arts master who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allow you to prove what you know, both to yourself and others. Look for a mentor or choose to mentor on another. Honor the teacher, but don't give your power away. Listen to the experts, mix their wisdom with your experience, and make your own wise decisions. If you feel like someone is abusing their authority, or undermining yours, set firm boundaries and hold them accountable. Study, cope, grow up. Look pragmatically to the skeleton and teeth, either of your own body or in the metaphorical structure of your project. Can this endeavor stand up and take a bite out of life? Make sure the foundations are strong, the organizational structures are in place, and build out from there. As you gain strength in mind, muscle, and bone, you can become stiff. So remember to stretch body and soul. Challenge. Be careful not to cling to old conceptions of success or hold to a brittle system that restricts potential and leaves people discouraged. Gift. The ancestors call you to wisdom and maturity to know your gifts and limitations. This process may be an initiation, a test that empowers you. Today is Saturday, Saturn Day. It's a very important day for many people, especially today because tomorrow we have Christmas, and in the evening we will start with our Christmas Eve celebrations. We have got the energies right. We have what we need to focus on. This is basically this is what we need to structure in the Capricorn season. The energy, Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, so that is coming in strongly. So this message is going to be very powerful. I'm going to shuffle both the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot. I'm going to draw cards and read. First, I'm going to do an intuitive tarot reading with these cards. So over on this side, we're going to have, sorry, I'm going to have to do this. Over on this side, we're going to have the shadow side, and here we're going to have the light side. So here we're going to have the occult tarot, and we're going to have the angel tarot here. I'm going to move this a little bit towards the side so we'll have a view of the table equally on both sides. I'm going to have to move a little back further. I don't know why I end up picking the decks upside down. So let's get started. I'm really excited about using these cards. I've had them for almost 3 weeks now. We've just been going through them in sequence and putting them back in sequence and admiring the beauty of these cards. I'm sensing that a lot of you will be moving around to places that you'll have never been and doing things that you'll have not done before. Activities. This is coming to me as something. So let go of your pride. Is don't let the pride get in your way. So the lion's pride, like the group that you have been the groups that you have been associating with make up like the general, the tribe. Like this is, you are cross-pollinating what is your core group of people, and what is that core group of people has been speaking to other groups of people, right? That makes your pride so far in life. And then you are going to move forward, and then your pride is going to, you are going to be the one, the chosen one, basically, to communicate outside of your pride. And if they have been influencing you, your close set of people, your circle, if your circle of life so far has had a say in what you do and what you don't, where you go and where you don't go, what you wear and what you don't wear, from the smallest of things to who you marry and who you don't, who they approve of